Haj Mohammed al-Kashali is one of the guardians of Iraqi culture. For 50 years, he's hosted poets, writers, and even politicians in the Al-Shabander Cafe. With 9 sons, he ran a printing house. And then 6 years ago, a car bomb detonated on Al-Mutanabi Street. 5 of his sons were buried under the rubble.
My 5 sons were buried under the rubble. I heard their cries, but I couldn't do anything for them. On the second day, we came to search and found their burnt bodies. None of the security forces helped us.
Haj Mohammed buried his sons and his grandson. Other relatives of some of the 35 victims never recovered the bodies. A lot of Iraqis here say they would rather have lived with oppression than danger. Before the war, this cafe was the heart and soul of Baghdad's literary scene. The street was one of the most important cultural centers in the Arab world. When the book market was bombed, it wasn't just people who were killed. It was the idea of a diverse and tolerant Iraq. This group of writers and professors has been meeting here for years. Over glasses of tea and dried lemon, they read the newspapers and see old friends. But even the name of the nearby main street, named after an 8th century ruler blamed for poisoning a Shia imam, has become a sectarian issue.
Al-Rashid Street is a psychological complex for those who are ruling Baghdad. I wrote asking Baghdad mayor if the name of the street is unsettling him. He could change it and get on with reconstruction.
These young men grew up in wartime. Haider lost his father in another bombing in Baghdad.
We dream of our rights, rights such as walking in safety in clean streets. These are the rights we dream of.
The patrons here remember when conversations were about books and not the latest suicide bombing.
In the 70s and 80s, we used to sit in the coffee shop like this. The book of Gabriel Garcia Marquez, the Love and Cholera Time, when it came, we bought it. We sat in the groups, we read it and we discussed it.
Once this cafe was a refuge from the outside world. But that was before the war changed Iraq and Iraqis. Jane Araf, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.